30 seconds.
Roger.
20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Roll's completed.
Roger, roll complete.
There goes the pitch.
Roger, pitch. You're on your way, Molly Brown.
Yeah, man.
We're a little bit high on the flight path, but no problem, Molly Brown.
Okay, Molly Brown's go for staging.
Roger, looks good from here.
Roger. Time date received.
Roger, update.
Okay, there was staging.
Roger, stage.
And we're thrusting.
Okay, thrust looks good from here.
Show full scale round to there. Okay, we're starting to steer. The horizon's been right in view.
Roger.
Our DS is go.
Looks good from here.
Oh man, look at that.
Steering is good from here.
Stand by to copy 2-1.
Roger.
Delta V 139. GMTRC 155547. GETRC 013147. Roll left 55. GMTRB 160531. Roll right 65.
Roger, copy Delta V 139. GMTRC 155547. GETRC 013147. Roll left 55. GMTRB 160531. Roll right 65.
Roger.
Now can I read Capcom? Go ahead. Roger, your Texas burn will be 48 feet per second for 73 seconds. Okay, 48 feet per second for 73 seconds. So far we got your TR and Gemini load in. Your clocks look good on the ground. Everything's go here. See you next trip.
Molly Brown, Cape Capcom.
Go, Cape Capcom.
Look better from there than on a ballistic flight?
Say again.
Does it look better from there than on a ballistic flight?
I can't read the card.
Roger, how do it look?
It looks great.
Right.
Conniving Capcom K-Flight.
Conniving, go ahead.
Ask him if any of the things we asked him to try did anything with the control system. I'm not concerned about it, just want to know.
What's going on, everybody? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on planet Earth. This is a little hangout stream. 1:18 p.m. here, and I'm going to be hanging out with you guys for maybe like 45 minutes to an hour. My parents are currently babysitting my daughter at their house. So, my daughter's not napping, and I can be super loud. Welcome, everybody. Hope you're doing well. I took the car into the the dealership this morning for some routine maintenance, and as my tweet said, I had such a desire to connect to... Oh, one sec.
Topic. I'm in the news business and it's Friday, my mind is mush. Also running update. Up to 1.5 miles a day, down 11
Nice.
pounds and still hate
Damn,
me.
nice.
Hope all is well, HG.
Hell yeah, too. Oh, and Tuke and Caleb, thank you so much. Caleb, your super chat, I completely missed it. It was off my screen by the time I sat down in the chair. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much. Give me one sec. But yeah, like I said, took the car to the dealership this morning, routine maintenance, and I had a desire to, and I've thought about doing this before, to connect my phone to my car's Bluetooth, because I disconnected it before. I didn't want him to be blasted with a podcast or music, but I had a desire to connect to the car's Bluetooth while the technician was working, and play some very inappropriate stuff, but I resisted. Maybe next time. But guys, welcome. Let's shoot the shit. Whatever's on your mind, whatever you want to talk about, let's discuss. Caleb Kemp, thank you so much. Hello there. General Kenobi, thank you so much for kicking the stream off with a super chat and a channel support. I greatly appreciate that, man. Hope you are doing well, my friend. Why is the now playing not working? I did not have the now playing program up. There we go. But Caleb, thank you so much, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're taking a load off. I appreciate it. And Tuke17, love it. Tuke17 says, to answer the video topic, I'm in the news business and it's Friday. My mind is mush. Also, running update, up to 1.5 miles a day, down 11 pounds, and still hate running. Hope all is well, HG. Well, first of all, you should be proud of that. That's awesome, man. A mile turns into 1.5 miles, turns into 3 miles, turns into 6 miles, turns into a 15K. So keep it up, dude. That's awesome to hear. At a certain point, I ran this morning as well. And I had this thought, like, when I first started this little running journey, that I really kicked into gear at like March 28th is when I actually looked back at my text between my wife and I said, I'm going to run with our daughter basically in the stroller instead of walking to the park. I was running. And that's when it started, March 28th. And, I thought, as I was running this morning, I thought back on that first like month of me running, man, and how just out of breath I was, how my breath was so panicky. And then this morning on my fourth mile, I had this thought, like, I'm breathing normally. Like, my breath is not stressed. It's so, and now at this point, I love it. You know, I've always enjoyed running. There was a long stretch where I did none of it. But now that I'm in this like gear, it's enjoyable. I love it. I really enjoy it. So keep pushing, man. Keep pushing. It sucks at first, but like everything that sucks at first, it gets better, becomes rewarding, and before you know it, you're kicking some ass. Well, you're already kicking some ass, but yeah, being in the news business too, I definitely do not envy it. There's so much shit going on. There's so much bullshit going on. It's crazy. It is crazy. My wife is way more into social media than I am. She'll show me these things that people that we know write, and it's so dumb. It's so dumb what people believe. It is so disheartening what people believe on the internet, like on Facebook and stuff. I've completely tuned all of it out. It just makes me like hurt for the human race when I see what people fucking believe online. So I detach. I say that because a lot of what you see online now filters into the news, right? In terms of viral videos or random bullshit conspiracy theories that get thrown around online. So I do not envy you having to sift through mountains of dripping shit to find something that actually has some nutrients, you know. But anyway, I appreciate it too. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. Let's see. Oh, Jesus, guys. Vince, Benjamin, B, Michael 98, Super Michael 98, Steven, and Oscar. Good to see you guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to read them in the actual order. Stephen Homelak, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Hey, HG, you own kayaks, right? Yep, we have 2. I'm thinking about buying one soon. Any advice or recommendations? So, I've had mine for, let's see, I'm 34 now. I've had mine since I was, I've probably had mine for 15 years or so. And it's great. It is a, oh my God, it's not a Stingray. What is, it's going to come to me at some point, but it's long. It's like 14 feet long. It's great, but I don't know if it's technology, Steve. Mine is super heavy. It's also much longer and more narrow than my wife's kayak, but mine is like, I can lift it by myself, but it's like dumb heavy, you know? I would recommend getting something smaller than what I have, like, unless you're doing some kind of fishing, or unless you're going for speed, or unless you're doing some kind of, I don't know, get something smaller than a 14-foot heavy-ass kayak, especially if you're just going to take it in some, you know, I don't know where you're going to be going, but my kayak, like, I wish I would have gone something different. It was also it was like $800, which I got my wife's kayak at Dick's Sporting Goods for like $250. That's all you really need. So, you know, don't feel like you need to spend a ton unless you're getting a very specific, like, fishing kayak or something like that. What else? I would recommend getting one with a high back. Now, most of them I do not believe get sold with high backs included. I've been looking to get a high back chair for my kayak, me and my wife's kayak, for a long time, just to replace the ones that we have, because they're like middle back, and by the time you're out there for like 3 hours, you know, it's kind of, your back starts to hurt a little bit. High back is, I would eventually get one of those for yourself. I don't know what you're going to be doing with it, but, and also, so we got Thule, like, what are they called? Kayak racks on the top of our car. They're awesome. I initially bought some really cheap ones for like $20 each, and they sucked so bad. They were always up, you know, so in terms of bang for your buck, where you want to spend your money, in my opinion, sure, you can spend a lot of money on a kayak, but like I said, you don't need to. You can go to Walmart or Dick's Sporting Goods and buy a perfectly fine kayak. Where I would recommend getting, putting a little more money in is racks, kayak racks. Now, you can get ones that, you don't really need to buy a rack. You can get like styrofoam runners that run across the top of your car, and you just strap it down, and it's basically held down by tension, right? Mine...
My best friend
one
does
sec.
local news. We had a quake yesterday and a dead body turn up at a park today. Could we have a reverse purge and every is obligated to STFU and chill for 24 hours?
Grant, thank you so much, man. I greatly appreciate that. Give me one sec, man. We're talking kayaks. I'm a long-winded son of a bitch, but give me one sec, man. So yeah, you can look them up. I could probably find exactly what they are. Thule kayak rack. Yeah, they're not these. Maybe it's gonna take a little more investigation, but basically, it's really cool. They're so easy to put on and take off. We usually just leave ours on all the time. And there's a like a lever in the middle of them, so they're not always sticking up vertically. You can pull this lever and they strap down so they're laying flat. They're really easy to use, and they're the only ones that I've ever actually used on the car. So if you're going to, put them on your car or whatnot, maybe you have a truck and this is all bullshit and you don't need to hear it, but I would recommend maybe putting a little bit more money into a kayak rack for your car rather than just buying like a $20 one on Amazon it's going to frustrate you, trust me. But yeah, man, it's fun. Get a cheap one, a couple $100 maybe. If you want to get something bigger, go out with a bang. Do it to it, but it's a fun little hobby. We've gone to a ton of places. That's what we like to do whenever my parents or her dad babysits. our daughter, we like to take the kayaks out to random places. And living in Florida, there's a place called Guana State Park, which is across the street from the ocean. It's like a swampy marsh area. Really gorgeous. A lot of wildlife. We see wild boar out there and all sorts of stuff. And often, whenever we go out there, we see alligators. Now, it is terrifying, right? But it probably sounds way more terrifying to people not from Florida than people from Florida. They live in the ponds in our neighborhood, which
Despite
I don't. Oh, one sec.
Sucking, it forced my friends and I to find a creative but safe outlet, and we've been doing a podcast since
Nice.
March. Have you found yourself doing something that you might have not tried?
Oh, interesting.
Otherwise?
Sub Terrell.
Be safe.
Sub Terrell, thank you so much for the ridiculously generous super chat and channel support this afternoon, man. I greatly appreciate that. Give me one sec. That's an interesting question. I'm gonna have to think about that. But yeah, Steve, love it. Alligators, manatee, all sorts of stuff. Let me know what you get. I'm curious. But it's fun, man. Relaxing. Bring some beers in a cooler. Strap them to the kayak. It's a good time. Okay, cool. And Super Michael 98, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Michael says, have you seen any Godzilla movies? I know for a fact I saw the first ever Godzilla made, and I believe I watched that in high school. We had a little film bullshit class, and I believe that's where I saw it. It was either there or like a film class in college, but I think it was in high school. So it's been a very long time. I've seen the Gareth Edwards Godzilla and the Matthew Broderick Godzilla. I think those three Godzilla movies are the only ones that I have ever seen, to tell you the truth. Yeah, really, I'm trying to think. I think those are the only ones that I've ever seen. It's never been kind of a franchise that I've ever been that interested in. I don't know why. I mean, I obviously appreciate the kind of the movie magic of them, the man in the suit, the miniatures and all. It's really cool to look back on, especially the first one, and see how it was made and how it changed the game, and really interesting, right? But no, I've maybe seen three that I can think of off the top of my head. I've never seen any other ones. I've never seen Godzilla vs. Mothra or whatever. Is that one? If so, I've never seen it. But anyway, I appreciate that, Michael. And Benjamin B, thank you so much as well for the channel support this afternoon. Ben says, Greedo, if you're interested, I finished my episode 9 script of AO3. Kylo is the villain. No retcons. Go to archive... what is that? Archive... on AO3. Archive of Our Own. Search Ghost of Malachor. Archive of Our Own. I've never heard of this. Archive of Our Own. A fan-created... Okay, what is this? A fan-created, fan-run, non-profit, non-commercial archive for transformative fan works. Oh, one sec.
HelloGreedo beer into Twitter and found a pic of a bottle of Aunt Berry burnt brown. Hell. Yes. Lol. We discussed once what Luke's beer of choice would be. What would Mandas be?
Yeah, dude. I made that. I brewed and bottled that. The picture is way more cooler than the beer tasted, trust me. But give me one sec, I appreciate that. Yeah, I haven't thought of that in a long time. I still have 18 bottles in the garage, empty of course, there's nothing in them. And a ton of caps, but they all have the stickers on them. It's kind of cool. And I still have a pack of those stickers too, the bottle labels. But yeah, man. Give me one sec. And Nintendo Boy, thanks as well. Give me one sec, guys. I'm long-winded. But all right, Ben, I've never heard of this website. This is kind of cool. Ghosts of Malachor. This goes for everyone else, too. Episode 9, Ghosts of Malachor. Script for an alternate version of Episode 9 takes place 3 years after the events of 8. The First Order rules the galaxy. Their forces outnumber those of the Resistance 1,000 to 1. The last spark of hope flickers, while on the horizon... new horrors await, and old ghosts stir. That's a good description. I like that. All right. Damn, man, you put a lot of words and effort into this. Nice. All right, yeah. I'll keep this up. I'll scrub through it. But here's a... Yeah, if you go to archiveofourown.org and search for Ghosts of Malachor, you'll find what Ben is looking at. But that's cool, man. 66 hits, 4 kudos. Yeah, I'll give it a scrub. But I appreciate the channel support this afternoon, man. And Vince Wynn, I've had 500 credits. Oh, hell yeah. Let's see what's in the next one. Oh, going through my head today. LOL, I had to rewatch that masterpiece. Oh my god. So you have it in your head like a song? I guess if you listen to somebody say 500 credits, oh hell yeah, for 30 minutes, I guess it would just get in your brain on repeat. It would be very difficult to brush off. That video is by far one of the dumbest videos I think I have ever made. But I had to. I didn't know what else to do, man. I had like, what, 200 unopened crates? I didn't know what else to do. I did not know what else to do. I didn't want to sit there and just hit open, 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 open. I wanted to turn it into something dumb. And I think I accomplished that. But Vince, I appreciate that, man. I actually kind of forgot that I made that. And Oscar Rodriguez, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Good to see you, man. Oscar asks, what kind of music do you listen to when you run? There is a playlist on Spotify that is my go-to playlist. It is called... Let me find it. Runner's Club 160 beats per minute. It's like a purple with a girl running on it. The cover of this playlist. So, I usually don't stray away from this playlist whenever I'm running. They're all like really fun up-tempo songs, good cadence to them. Obviously 160 beats per minute. It has things on it like, I'm looking at the playlist right now. Running Down a Dream by Tom Petty. I Want to Be Sedated by the Ramones. I'm a Believer by the Monkees. Whip It by Devo. Danger Zone, Kenny Loggins. Just, it's a good, like, just, you never, Chuck Berry's on here. Beach Boys, Queen. Chubby Checker. Then there's some like Blondie, Dreaming, Zombie Cranberries. There's a few in here that I do skip just because they're a little slower, it seems, or like Led Zeppelin, Kashmir. Skip it every time. I don't know why. I can't stand running to it. But yeah, the stuff like that I like to run to. In the past, I would run to like Metallica or Rage Against the Machine, and I mean, okay, it worked, I guess. But these songs are more fun. Shit, man, like Grease Lightning is on here from the movie Grease. These songs are fun as shit to run to. What else is on here? Wake Me Up Before You Go Go by Wham is on here. It is a wake. I mean, it's just like for da 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 da. It's a fun, like, upbeat song, puts a pep in your step, and like, yeah, it's a good song to run to. So like, this playlist is really my go-to. Other than that, I used to occasionally run to podcasts, but I found that it wasn't as, in a weird way, it's like it matters what I listen to factors into my pace for a long run, you know. So podcasts went out the window. I don't listen to podcasts anymore when I run. So it's pretty much just this Runner's Club 160 beats per minute playlist on Spotify. But yeah, anyway, Oscar, I appreciate that, man. I'm curious what Tuke listens to. Caleb Kemp, thank you so much as well. Caleb Kemp says, I got my college class done. Now on to the next one. LOL. Yeah, do you get a little break in between it? That's fun. That's fun. I miss that. Like whenever the last time that I took a class was like 3 years ago, I would say. And I miss like getting out of my first class and then having like an hour to kill before my next one. Just sitting around, bringing my laptop, hanging out, writing a script, you know, bullshitting. But yeah, it sounds like a fun day. I don't know how the campus is there, but there's the local like kind of community college or state college around here is called Florida. They changed the name of it a couple years ago. Florida State College at Jacksonville is what it's called. It's got like 4 campuses around the city, and it was fun. It was a good school. Campuses were always nice, and yeah, I'll be going back there in January. Looking forward to it. Doing something completely different. Pretty pumped. But anyway, Caleb, keep it up, man. And Grant Guthrie, thank you so much for the super chat. It's good to see you, man. Grant says, my best friend does local news. We had a quake yesterday and a dead body turn up at a park today. Yeesh. Could we have a reverse purge and everyone is obligated to shut the fuck up and chill for 24 hours? Yeah, that would be nice. A holiday of shutting the fuck up and chilling for 24 hours. I like that. A reverse purge would be nice. I guess you could say like maybe Thanksgiving should be that, but then there's like everybody just shops and people argue. Not in my family, we don't do that shit, but and then Christmas should be one too, I suppose. These major holidays where everything shuts down should be like that too, but you know, you go on Twitter on Christmas and everybody's just still arguing with one another. Yeah, let's do that, Grant. The world is chaos often. It's amplified and it's in your face when you seek it out. And human beings on these social media platforms certainly do not make it any better. So yeah, reverse purge. Everybody chill. Everybody hang out. Just keep your cool. Maybe somebody disagrees with you about something ever so slight. You don't have to shit all over them on social media. It's fine. These goons. But yeah, Grant, I dig it, man. I appreciate the channel support this afternoon. And Daniel Ambrose, thank you so much as well. Got a tattoo of Mudhorn signet yesterday. Oh, nice, nice. I'm sure other people. Let me see. I'm gonna type Mudhorn signet tattoo. This is the way. Nice. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. It's I don't know if you got any text on it or whatnot, but I like that. Something that I like. I don't have any tattoos, but I like when certain tattoos are a little, how do I put it? Not abstract, but like they're not obvious. Does that make sense? Like only people that know what this is are going to know what this is. You know what I mean? I like that kind of stuff a lot. So nice, man. Here's one. That's a cool one. This is the way. That's simple. Yeah, I dig it, man. Congratulations on pulling the trigger and going for it. I still need to pull the trigger and go for it myself. But the problem is I have no idea what I would want to get. I've been saying this for like 15 years ever since I turned 18. So anyway, I appreciate it, Daniel. Tweet out a picture to me. I'm curious how it looks, but I appreciate that, man. And Jack Doesn't Try, thank you so much for the channel support as well. Hey, Greedo, I was just about to go out skating when I got the notification. With the new Squadrons gameplay going around YouTube, has your opinion or anything you thought about the game changed? I've watched a little bit of it here and there. I watched, oh shit, what's that YouTuber's name? He's huge. It's not Jack. Is it Jack Plays? Is that a YouTuber? I think it's, or maybe I'm just saying Jack because your name is Jack. But there's a, no, it's not Jack Plays. It's something else. I'd recognize if I heard it. I watched his video. I've checked out a couple other Star Wars YouTubers like videos too, just to see their gameplay bouncing around. Has anything changed with my opinion or anything I thought about the game? Not really, to tell you the truth. Well, the one thing that I was like pleasantly surprised. Okay, so it's not an opinion that's changed, but I guess it's an opinion that's grown from more information about the game. I'm so happy that it does not seem like an arcadey flight simulator, easy, fly and shooting game like the Battlefront 2 flying aspects feel like. This feels like, and I'm so glad it's, cockpit only. I'm so glad that it seems like there is a steep learning curve and player skill is going to be involved. It seems like, the things that I love are like diverting power to various systems. I believe the systems are like weapons, shields, and maybe engines. I can't remember, but the fact that those are going to be managed by players is awesome. I love that. And that is going to be a huge thing that, will be a game changer for people who take the time to learn tactics and the best, setup for situations. So I was super happy to hear that it is difficult, that there's a learning curve, and that, it seems like everybody's going to have a very different play style, I would think, It doesn't seem like it's one size fits all, which is very happy, which makes me very happy, But yeah, man, I'm super pumped. I want to get a VR headset so bad, but I can't justify buying it just for this one game and maybe playing like Microsoft Flight Simulator or Elite Dangerous for a couple hours, Maybe eventually, when the prices plummet and nobody plays Squadrons anymore. But yeah, man, I appreciate it. And Subterrell Prospector, thank you for the patience, and everybody else. I appreciate it, guys. Subterrell, thank you so much for the ridiculously generous super chat and channel support. Let me take a quick sip of the old water here. There we go. Subterrell says, despite quarantine sucking it's forced from my friends and I to find, despite quarantine sucking, I read that wrong. Despite quarantine sucking, it forced my friends and I to find creative but safe outlet, and we've been doing a podcast since March. Have you found yourself doing something that you might not have tried otherwise? Be safe. Oh, that's a really tough question. Oh man. Not really, to tell you the truth. And I think maybe the big reason is because, like, me and my wife's schedule hasn't really changed that much. My wife works in the medical field. Obviously, she's still working. She's going to work at normal times. And for me, I watch my daughter, I make videos, and I do freelance projects, which basically have dried up. I haven't had a freelance project since like late April, maybe middle April, something like that. So our day-to-day schedules haven't really changed that much. Plus I have a kid. So that, obviously I'm playing with her all day, teaching her things and whatnot. So I don't really have that much time to devote to something new and different. So no, nothing has... I haven't really done anything like that. I started running before everything started shutting down. Basically getting in shape to do something in January. Career choice. Which I decided to do before everything shut down and quarantine and people started taking it serious here, And... So no, not really. Not really. And I think, like I said, I think the reason behind that is because schedule, kid, and living in Florida. I don't know. It's kind of funny, like, things did shut down for a while here, but people in Florida, it's really interesting, man. It's really, before, like, masks were mandatory here locally, or highly encouraged. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but every store requires a mask. There's signs everywhere. Before that, it was really interesting to see who was wearing one and who wasn't. One of the most interesting dynamics. I'm going off topic here, Subtrail, but one of the most interesting like dynamics that I see or saw before the mandate was husband and wife in store. Like the wife would be wearing a mask and the husband would not be. And usually I saw this from older folks where, and I don't know why, like, dude, you're like 70 years old. Man, wear one. It's the easiest fucking thing to do in the world. It's the easiest. That's my dad. My dad. That's what he said like a couple days ago. He's like, it's the easiest fucking thing to do in the world. Just wear one. To just talking about people not wearing one. It's I don't know what it is. Like the husband and wife, it always makes me laugh when I see the wife wearing one and the husband not. I don't know if it's some like dumb shit, just macho wannabe bullshit. Maybe that's what it is, but it made me giggle. I don't get it. Easiest fucking thing to do in the world. Just shut the fuck up and do it. Shut up. Turn it into some kind of political statement. Shut up, dummy. Whatever. Anyway. The Commie Killer, thank you so much for becoming the latest member of the fleet. I greatly appreciate that, dude. You know the drill. The Commie Killer comes to us from the Discord server. Good old Commie Killer. But dude, thank you so much. You know that you get a special role in the HelloGreedo Discord server. And I do supporter Q&As once a month. And the next one is actually on Monday, August 3rd, around 7:30 p.m. So if you are around for that, feel free to hop on and chit-chat, my friend. But dude, thank you so much for becoming the latest member of the fleet. I appreciate the hell out of it. Yeah. Welcome to the fleet, man. If everybody could do me a big favor in the chat and say, welcome to the fleet, Commie Killer, I'd appreciate it. But dude, welcome to the fleet, man. I appreciate it. And Nintendo Boy 7, let me read the numbers right. Nintendo Boy 6710. I appreciate the patience, man. Nintendo Boy says, I just want to say, Greedo, that I really like your channel and that I never had a chance of donating before, so I thought, why not? Well, dude, thank you so much for supporting the channel, man. And even more than that, thank you so much for the kind words. Yeah, that means a lot. And, I wish I had more time to devote to making videos and stuff like that nowadays. So I've really been thinking about Nintendo. I've really been thinking about the types of videos that I want to make moving forward. And I think the ones that I'm going to be making moving forward are going to be longer and more researched, because that's usually the stuff that I love doing. I mean, you know this about my channel. I don't cover everything, right? If a little nugget of news comes out about a book or a show or something, chances are I won't even make a video about it, It would just be white noise, and I'll say what I think about it on Twitter, maybe, or I'll watch it when it comes out, or read it when it comes out, So I think moving forward, the types of videos that I really want to make are longer form videos, little research and whatnot. And I'm actually working on one right now that I'm hoping to get out by early next week. But we'll see. Anyway, long story short, Nintendo Boy, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Glad you dig the channel, and I appreciate the hell out of that. Why not, right? Why not? But dude, thank you so much, man. And Vince Wynn, thank you so much as well, man. This is a fun one. I'm going to type it into Google as well. HelloGreedo beer. There it is. There it is. There's a lot of pictures of HelloGreedo beer. If you Google HelloGreedo beer on images, there's a lot of pictures of beer that I have posted. Yeah, there's a ton. Wow, that's funny, man. If you scroll down through Google Images. That's funny. So yeah, if where can I find a good picture? All right, here's a good one. So if anybody wants to see what Vince is talking about, click on that link. A while ago, I don't know when this was. Let me see. 2014. So in 2014, I attempted to brew my own beer. I was trying to make a brown ale. It did not turn out good. Yeah, I'll just say that it was not tasty. It was not worth my time. But that being said, I was actually more excited to make the labels. I love the labels. If you look at that picture, it says Aunt Beru Burnt Brown. And I put a little bit of a smokiness into the beer. Like I said, it did not taste good. But that was my goal, like a kind of a smoky, charred brown ale. And if it would have turned out, it would have been awesome. But hey, it's a cool bottle, right? So, yeah, man. Love it. He said, we discussed once that Luke's beer of choice would be, what would Mando's be? Oh, Mando's beer of choice. Mando's beer of choice would probably be... Ooh. Like, oh man, I'm trying, maybe like a, for whatever reason, like a wheat beer is coming to mind. Mando and wheat beer. I don't know why that's coming to my mind. I'm trying to think of a, like, I can't see Mando drinking light beer, and I can't really see him drinking stouts. You know, he's not a goddamn Lord of the Rings dwarf. And he's not a guy with American flag board shorts on a boat. He's somewhere in between. He's a wheat beer fan. All right? I'm going to say Mando drinks wheat beer. Okay? Let's go with Mando. Mando drinks wheat beer, but he doesn't get crazy with it. He just goes to Publix and he buys a wheat beer off the shelf like a Shock Top or a Blue Moon, okay? That's what Mando drinks. All right? Mando wheat beer, man. But I appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Let me take a quick sip of the old water. Diesel, Oscar, and Chris, thank you guys so much for the channel support. I appreciate the patience there. Diesel says, I recently picked your book up and I'm excited to read it. How was it writing your first book? Oh, it was weird, man. Well, first of all, thank you so much for picking it up. And support the channel today. I hope you enjoy it. I actually just released, if anybody's curious, the Kindle version. Hopefully it's okay. I did my best formatting it. We'll see. But yeah, so how was writing it? So as you'll read right off the bat, I started writing it in 2016. In between two classes, I had like 4 hours in between two classes, and I didn't want to drive home because it was an hour away. And I actually specifically chose these two classes because there was a huge chunk of time in the middle. And I wanted to use that time to work on channel stuff. And lo and behold, I started writing down random thoughts, and it turned into a book. So it was very surreal. It was a very long, slow process that, you know, wasn't something that I actually ever thought I would put out. And I like at the beginning, I had no intentions of putting it out. It was just something that occasionally I would write in. But maybe like 2 years after that, I was like, you know, I could turn this into something. And I had like 90 pages at that time. And I was like, I could, you know, make this into a book, more thoughts, you know, random topics. So it was never anything that I really, really set out to do. It just happened, you know, and, but I'm really proud of it. You know, there's a lot of personal stuff in there, some life stories, a little bit of Star Wars thrown in. Yeah, man. And it was cool it's cool that it's even a possibility for people, right? Like anybody in this chat right now, anybody listening to my voice, if you have an idea, you can write a book and self-publish it on Amazon. Amazon KDP, man. You can write your book in Word, upload it to their website, boom, it's done. You upload your cover art, and you're done. You put it up for sale. and they manufacture it and they ship it and you never touch it. It's such a cool thing that anyone can do. So yeah, man. Anyway, I appreciate you picking it up. Let me know what you think. I had fun writing it. And I'd probably completely rewrite sections if I did it nowadays. Maybe my, opinion of certain things have changed, but yeah, man. Hope you enjoy it. Let me know. But I appreciate that channel support. And let me scroll down here. And Oscar Rodriguez, thank you so much as well. Oscar says, for your playlist, Black Lagoon and The Trip by Still Corners, Yam Yam by No Vacation, Transformations by Ramses B, White Mustang by Lana Del Rey. I've never heard I don't think I've never heard any of these songs. Maybe I have, but I just don't know. I'll go ahead and search for one and listen to it after the stream. I've gotten I try to listen to there's a playlist called Run Punk Run, and it was all, I don't know, just kind of stuff that you would see on Hellcat Records back in the day, and I quickly turned it off because I realized what my dad meant when he said all your music sounds the same back when I was like 11 or 12. So yeah, I'll listen to some of these and give it a shot. I need to figure out how to make my own playlists and whatnot. I like I said in a couple streams ago, this is the first time I've ever downloaded or used Spotify. Was like maybe 3 weeks ago, and I really haven't looked that deep into it. So maybe I'll throw those on a future playlist if I can make a playlist, But I appreciate the recommendation. Yeah, I need to maybe branch out, run to some different stuff, because I find that whenever I run, I'm basically listening to the same songs, despite them being randomized. End up listening to the same songs over and over again, right? But I appreciate that, Oscar. And Chris, where'd it go? Mr. Moff, Chris, thank you so much. Christofalo, thank you so much for the channel support. Hey, did you get a chance to read Mr. Ace yet? No, it's the email is still sitting there staring at me. I have not had a chance to check it out yet. I should just. My daughter loves to pick up my Kindle. Obviously she doesn't know what she's doing. She just starts mashing buttons. I'm surprised she hasn't accidentally bought something. But next time she grabs it, maybe I'll go ahead and, or maybe it's not. I don't know how easy it is to do that. But no, unfortunately, I have not had a chance to read it yet. At a certain point, I absolutely will. I'll post it for you. There we go. Mr. Ace and the Rainbow Bridge. So, Mr. Chris right there, who sent that super chat asking if he's read, or if I've read his book, wrote this. I just sent a link in the chat. He wrote a kid's book, and which is awesome. That's like, we have so many books. We had so many books before, but then my wife's grandma gave us a huge box full of all my wife's books when she was a kid. So now, we have and some of them are ridiculous. Some of them are, you laugh, books, I don't know, books from the 80s, and even some of them are actually from when her dad was a kid, so the 60s, and some of them are some of them are they're really weird, because you'll be reading them and you'll be like, oh, this is a fun book, and then on the last pages it'll say something like, and God made everything, and I'm sitting there like, what? Huh? That's fucking out of nowhere. And then I do a little research on the back of the book, and it's like, oh, this is a Christian publisher, that it's the first 15 pages of the book have nothing to do with that, and then the last page they sneak a little bit in there. You know what I mean? I was like, nah, I'll skip, I'll pass. But yeah, man, if anybody has kids, check out Chris's book. It's right there, Mr. Ace and the Rainbow Bridge. You can read a little synopsis of it, but yeah, eventually I will, man. Eventually I will, but I appreciate the support, and I hope you're doing well. And once again, congratulations. That's a huge feat. Yeah. Artwork looks really cool too. Here's a little taste. Yeah, I love the artwork too. It's sharp. Who illustrated that? Arthur Lynn, the illustrator. Arthur Lynn. Nice. Anyway. All right. Oscar Rodriguez, thank you so much for the final super chat and channel support before we close this out. Oscar, where did it go? Oscar says, we need April Fool's editions of all 11 Star Wars films that go live on Disney Plus once a year, specifically made to P1S. Oh, piss everyone off. New people shooting first. That would be that would be hilarious. I'm trying to think like how much work would go into something like that in order to pull off a fun April Fool's joke. I love that idea. It's funny that you bring up April Fool's, man. I'm not going to introduce it at all, Christian. I have like not into that world whatsoever. But so yeah, Oscar, it's funny that you bring up April Fool's. I had a thought the other day of what I want to do for the next April Fool's, and you guys are getting a sneak peek of my next April Fool's video or live stream. So what I want to do, I don't know if you guys remember a couple years ago, I did an April Fool's live stream, and I literally had it going for like 8 hours. What I did was I said, Fortnite live stream, had a Fortnite thumbnail, blah, 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 blah. And when somebody clicked on the stream, it was a picture of like the gameplay, but the YouTube loading icon. So people thought that, their connection was shit or that my stream wasn't working. So people would say like, I'm refreshing it. Why isn't it working? But it was literally just like a 5-minute loop of a screenshot of Fortnite gameplay with a YouTube loading icon in the middle. So what I want to do this April is a face reveal live stream. But it's going to basically be the same thing. Like a screenshot of me pulling off my helmet and then the YouTube loading icon right there. Stupid, but I'm going to have it up for like 8 hours. Why not? Anyway, I dig it, Oscar. Maybe that would be a fun fan project. But then what, people wouldn't believe it because it needs to come from the official source, right? Anyway, I appreciate that, man. And Bill Miner, thank you so much for coming in with the official final super chat and channel support. Bill says, hey Greedo, how have you been? Are you and your family doing all right with all that has been going on in Florida? Yeah, we're doing good. So Florida, yeah, it's interesting, man. I don't know anybody that's gotten coronavirus. I don't know where it's like hugely prevalent in Jackson. We live in Jacksonville, which is North Florida. We don't hear about it. I mean, we hear about it every day, obviously, but I don't think the cases are like sky high as some bigger major metropolitan areas, Jacksonville's a huge city, don't get me wrong. But maybe it's more spaced out. I don't know. We've been doing fine though. We've been doing completely fine. We actually we rented a boat last weekend with my wife's family. Nobody hugs. Everybody's pretty respectful about it. But we, yeah. So Florida's a hotbed, but it hasn't touched me or mine yet, or anybody that I know. And it doesn't seem to be as huge in North Florida as it is elsewhere. Now, I heard this morning that they shut down like state-run or federal-run testing sites in Jacksonville. Now you have to go to like a private testing site. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why would you do that? Like, it's still a problem. What I do not understand. Like, why wouldn't you test this fucking thing into the ground? You're gonna end the testing program at the beginning of August when things are still on the rise? It's weird. It's weird. It's Florida, Bill. It's Florida. Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. We always wear a mask. We always, wash up. We always take precautions. We always buy bulk so I don't have to go to the grocery store too often. We always, we'll go to the beach, stay away. We'll go kayaking, do things. I haven't taken my daughter to anywhere in a while because everywhere was shut down for a long time. But still, we just don't feel comfortable. We've taken her out to lunch once in the past, 4 months. And that's because we were out of town and just on the way home, But yeah, we're all doing good. We're all doing good. Yeah, there's so much dumbassery, Vince. I do not understand it. People, talking about social media again and personal Facebooks and looking at what people believe and what people don't believe. People need to be better about differentiating information. People need to understand consensus, and that in any field, you're going to have fringes. You're going to have outliers. So if 99% of people that study a certain thing say this one thing, chances are they're probably right? And the 1% of the fringe, maybe you shouldn't take as much from them as you should the vast majority of experts on a certain subject, right? It's really, I'm talking specifically about doctors and stuff like that in videos that I've seen circulating. It's weird. People need to understand, causation and correlation. People need to understand how to sift through bullshit. But the internet, I really think the internet's made it worse. The amount of bullshit conspiracy theories I see slung around from people that I've known for years. It's I don't know if it's a product of having too much time on your hands and not having a good bullshit detector in your brain, but it's really disheartening, and it's sucks for the human species, right? Anyway, all right, cool guys. So it's time for me to jet. That was basically exactly an hour. No stream tonight. The next stream will probably be maybe Sunday night. We'll see. But yeah, guys, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to get this video finished for early next week. We'll see. Other than that, you guys know me. I fly by the seat of my pants. I'm not a planner. We'll see. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. To everybody who supported the channel, thank you so much for supporting the channel. It survives because of you. So yeah, what else? Have a good weekend. Have a good weekend. Go Braves. And I will, I'll talk to you guys later. So, yeah. All right, cool. I was trying to think of something else to say, but I don't have anything. All right. So, all right, everybody. Have a fantastic morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever the hell you are on planet Earth. And I will catch you all on the flip side. See ya. Have a good weekend. Bye.